Well, I believe in good vibrations is what creates a beautiful nation. All you need is the will to do right, do right, do right.
I just realized that you spelled bitch with a one, like we're children, because that's what Wiki is his boiled us down to is
Pretty
elite
much.
speech to get around
Elite
it.
speech.
Welcome to a brand new episode of Anecdotal Arguments. I am your host, Jay Fry, and with me, as usual, is Sean. How is it going, Sean?
Hey, it's Monday. We're here, so good, I guess.
It's Monday. We're here. Minus those times on Mondays we weren't here recently.
Well, it was 2 weeks ago. Get over it.
Yeah. I mean, I was here last week, but I wasn't here last
I was
week.
putting somebody in the bone orchard, you bastard. Be sympathetic.
I'm happier that you got out before the snow.
Yeah,
So,
by a
kudos for
couple
that.
of days.
You stupid son of a bitch. Oh, was my mic live? Oh, man. That's the second time in a week's time that that Biden's been caught on a hot mic. You think you'd learn the first time?
You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
What a stupid question.
You stupid son of a bitch.
Well, this week, yeah, it was, and it was both Fox News. This week it was, he called Peter Ducey a stupid son of a bitch. And last week he, So,
Hello. What's up?
Are you back?
I'm back.
All right, we can start now. Plug it in.
Push the button.
Yeah, okay.
And we're live. Welcome to a brand new episode of... Yeah, we're 3 minutes in, Garrick. You fuckbag.
What else
back.
is new?
way
I thought that was
way to
status
go with
quo
it,
at this
Sean. Very convincing. We were just talking about good old Joe Biden and his
oh my
his
God.
hot mics.
Yeah. I mean, is this really worse than what Obama got caught saying on the hot mic? I mean, that's still worse in my opinion.
Which one? The ripping his balls off, or the
Ukraine. I mean the Putin bullshit.
Well, with Russia, like once we get past the election.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was god awful.
Trump didn't have hot mics because he treated people the same way on or off the microphone. like his
Also,
hot
I would
mics
say-
were in the
I would
middle
also
of a
say-
sentence.
I would also say he's a trained celebrity who probably is used to handling mics on a regular basis, more or less.
Yeah.
So he's not stupid enough to say something like that without going, oh, let me check my mic real quick.
Dude, Biden has been in national politics longer than I have been alive.
No. You got him by a year.
No, I don't. He took office before I was born.
Yeah, and he was out of office for 4 years. Between Trump and him.
Yeah.
That's true.
Either way, the guy doesn't... I mean, there's no excuse that he doesn't know that a mic can pick him up.
Yeah, it's
He
43 years.
Now, he did lean out a little bit, but he doesn't... He might not understand the fidelity of new equipment, but he should still know better.
Dude, you can make the same argument for Obama.
Who was
Wait,
just
you got caught
fucking
in-
wired up. Like,
Yeah.
he was just wired up. There was no hand over the lapel mic or anything. He just said it while the camera was off air.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. If Peter Ducey's got any balls at all,
He
Fox
doesn't.
News should back him up on this. He should demand a personal apology to his mother.
A beer summit.
No, not a beer summit. A personal, televised, deep, heartfelt apology to his mother from Biden.
Bruh.
You can not like me, Biden, that's fine. I am kind of an asshole. But you will not besmirch my mother. Get your ass on TV and give her a heartfelt, honest apology.
People have been killed for less, sir. Fix
I think
this
the only
shit.
one to call me a son of a bitch is my mother.
Yeah. That's neither here nor there, Jay Fry. We all know it's true.
But, and I say he should do this because I know for a fact Biden will fight doing it, which is going to make him look like even a bigger asshole.
I don't know where Peter's policies actually are, because his dads aren't strongly Republican in any means.
Who's his dad?
Steve Ducey?
I don't know who that is.
Steve Ducey on the morning show? Fox and Friends?
Yeah, I don't watch Fox, so I don't know who that is.
Oh, well, I used to watch Fox back before they fucked Arizona. Actually, I stopped watching before that, but I refuse to even use them as a source anymore because of, like, you're not getting my clicks. Fuck you guys. I haven't liked you since you got rid of Rupert Murdoch and all the other shit. And you, Andrea Tantaros, claiming Dean Cain sexually harassed you with a hug, you bitch.
Dean Cain could never do such a thing.
He couldn't. He could hug me in a shower in prison and I'd be appreciative. Where is John? Oh, Josh isn't on tonight. I want to find out if he's talked to Brandon Fraser yet. Like, yeah, wasn't he that giant guy that scared the shit out of me? I remember him. Yeah, scary dude.
Yeah.
Wouldn't let go of my hand.
So what else did Biden do this week? I watched the show last night, but I cannot recall for the life of me.
Just some dumb shit, like we were gonna go to war with Russia if they invade Ukraine. And if it's a big invasion. If it's a little invasion, we're just gonna talk to them.
Yeah. I like
invade little, don't invade big.
It's not often Ben Shapiro gets one, but I'll give him this one. Just the tip was pretty funny. Yeah,
it really does. And I almost made that the splash screen for tonight's video because, I was going to put something like, just the tip is still rape.
Yeah.
But he's been doing this for a while now. Like last year he was in his his first 100 days or whatever. He got all uppity against Putin and gave a list of the top places you will not cyber hack because they're too important to us. Like, what the fuck, Joe?
It's possible?
This is our weak spots. Do not attack these.
But is there any possibility that that was a bait and switch?
No. This wasn't Sun Tzu. This wasn't make your opponent think you're weak where you are strong. This was our soft underbelly that he emailed to Putin requesting not to have hacked in the future. He was like, okay, so I've got a bend in my armor under my right armpit that while I'm swinging above to kill you, if you were to use a slender blade at a 45-degree angle, it would puncture my heart. Don't do that. Really, Joe?
Gee,
really?
Thanks. Yeah.
Like, just gave up our really vital, our weakest of infrastructures. Beyond absurd.
You guys a total failure top to bottom.
Yeah.
Which is why he's having these breakdowns. This is why he's having, well, that's a stupid question. And you stupid son of a bitch moments, because he's incapable of doing the job and incapable of withstanding scrutiny about the job, because the scrutiny he got as vice president was minimal at best. The scrutiny he got as a senator for 35 fucking years didn't matter when it came down to it because he knew he was secure in his votes, and he really could just blame any failure on, oh, gee, it was the Republicans, it was so-and-so, it wasn't me, I tried my damnedest, and it just didn't get done. He's never been accountable for anything, and now he's in a job where accountability...
Is everything.
Well, it's not, because, I mean, look at what other people got away with, with it, but he has no idea he's fucking up. He just he sees everything as not a legitimate criticism, it's just a personal attack.
Mm-hmm. He claimed that, or not he claimed, but like the news in a general claimed that the biggest, the biggest scandal in the Obama administration was he wore a tan suit.
Yeah.
Not Benghazi. Not Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious.
Not Lois Lerner.
Like, out the gate.
Not the IRS.
Well, yeah, Lois Lerner was the head of the IRS at the time.
Oh, okay.
Not the 501c3s that were being denied on the Republican end or the right leaning side. Kids in cages. The beer summit. The police acted stupidly. If I had a son, it looked like Trayvon Martin. None of that stuff. His biggest scandal was he wore a tan suit.
Yeah, not paying Iran literally pallets of cash.
Yeah.
Pallets of cash. But to be fair, we've heard Iran was going nuclear for 20 years.
Oh, I have no doubt that they are.
They're trying, at least.
Yeah, they are working towards it. There is no doubt of that whatsoever. But handing them piles of cash isn't going to persuade them to stop. It's only going to give them money to hasten it. I mean, it's just... Democrats are fucking retarded.
I have no fear of Iran.
It's not... Well, the fear of Iran isn't for us.
Israel keeps taking care of it. They blew up the nuclear facility the same way twice in the last 15 years.
Right.
They imported a door. And the door was a special kind of door for a radioactive shielding, and it was full of Semtex. And they blew it up right before they opened the crate to install it. And they've done it twice now, destroying the entire reactor areas both times. And it's like, you didn't learn the first time to go with a competitor? What the fuck is your problem?
Well, you can't trust the Chinese ones. Even Iran isn't that stupid.
Stop buying your reactor doors from Tel Aviv. What is your problem? Go with the South American bamboo one. Told you.
Yep. 15 minutes, though. I mean, that's a slow notification. Yeah, Poet, we need to know if you can scroll up and see the whole chat.
I don't know. Wait, was it a door or was it a desk? Was it a radiation shield desk? Anyway, point is, bought the same thing twice and it blew up.
Both times.
Both times. In the same place. And they're like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. A fooled man can't get fooled again. That was a Bushism.
A Bushism.
So,
for as gaffe prone as Bush was and his Bushisms, it's oddly weird that we have no Bidenisms.
Come on, man.
Look, Fat.
Fool me once. No, it's fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. A fooled man can't get fooled again. Like, there was a stumble in there.
No.
But he's like...
Hold on. We got something from Biden that we never got from Bush. Let's go, Brandon. That is a fucking meme of epic proportion.
Yeah, I mean, we got Trent on the shot under pressure.
Yeah.
But
I got hairy legs.
Yeah, but they're not getting the same play as Bushisms got. Like, we coined the term Bushisms.
Bruh, let's go, Brandon. It trumped any Bushism you can pull out of your ass.
And
My favorite
the
is
true omnipotent depressure thing was funny because didn't Lauren Boebert make a tweet with that in it? And,
no. Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Okay, so Marjorie Taylor Greene did that, and Twitter was like, "Oh, there's something wrong with her."
The left attacked her for her retardedness.
Yeah, it's like, did you not know that that's something that fell out of Biden's face? How did you not know that was something that fell out of Biden's face?
Could someone turn
that is
off
what
and turn
CNN
Marjorie
calls
Taylor
creative
Greene
editing.
back on? Yeah, like they did with Shino Abe and the koi pond.
Yeah.
That's some creative editing.
No. We need our weave. That was the fucking best one.
Oh no. Calls for peace. Take that shit to the suburbs.
Right.
We need our shit. I know.
Well, I think it's worse that when they do the transcripts of their stuff so they can write it up in the press, they leave out his misspeaks and his stumbles and his bumbles, and you lose so much context by not listening to the man live.
Oh yeah.
Do you though?
Well, no, actually you don't. I mean, you do in that you miss out on the understanding of where this is coming from and how it's being said. However, their clarification in the transcripts actually makes it understandable at all, which I guess helps.
I think if anything, you gain context by not watching it.
But I mean, and also to be fair, Tim Pool is keeping True in the Shop of the Pressure alive.
Yeah.
For real. Like, he is making leaps and bounds to keep that alive.
Yeah. Tim's
Well,
not
yeah, when you
popular
invest
enough
fucking
yet.
20 minutes into something. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
No. It's True and Anna Shabba. I'm like, I don't care.
I know you actually did work for a half an hour, Tim, but come on, relax.
Like, no. I don't care to be specific. I'm making fun of somebody.
Well, what was the other one that he did?
Batacalf care.
Batacalf care. There we go.
Yeah. What was the one from VP this week? It was we're gonna have to start doing something, and today's this day we something that we do.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we have to do.
I wasn't paying enough attention to that one.
Yeah, we have to do what we've always done, which means we have to do something, and today is the day to do the thing that we've always done, or something like that.
I've got it. Hang on, let me find it. Y'all go ahead.
It's just fucking a trip. Are you driving?
Yeah.
Don't look while you're driving.
Maybe
Why not? Nope.
I mean, I don't know what your insurance deductible is. Fucking go for it.
It's a company vehicle. Who cares?
The company?
Okay, aside from them.
And you could die. I mean, there is that.
My answer would be, but did I die?
If you die, the answer is yes.
Just so you know, Meatloaf said that
Okay.
too.
Oh, that would be awesome if his final words were, "What's the worst that could happen?" And then my dad said, "I've lived to be 74. This burger's not going to take me out. God, I miss him."
Hey, still a better death than Mama Cass.
Ham sandwich.
Mama Cass versus Ham Sandwich. Ham Sandwich wins.
Fatality.
Oh,
So yeah,
One or the other, Garrick. Either quote me or crash.
crash.
What do you got? What do you got?
I'm crashing. Yeah. I thought I had it saved, but I do not.
Oh, we'll find
Well, I
it
can-
somewhere. I think everybody's
Oh, yeah.
seen it at this point. And besides, that's last week's news.
Oh,
So,
it was memed up as a like an actual inspirational, cubicle poster thing.
Oh yeah,
It was
I got
great.
that in my in the messages. I sent it to the group.
I knew I saw it somewhere. All right. Anyway,
so what's the over/under on going to war?
depends how the split goes. Well, it's not an if but when, and it's dependent on when the split is. Because from there, it's about I'd give it about 8 years.
What?
It depends on when our national divorce occurs. I give it 8 years after.
Okay, smart
The
guy.
Russian war, genius.
Yeah, I'm talking
Russian
about.
War.
Yeah, not the Boogaloo.
Oh, damn
Here
it.
it is. I was cracking at the one from Johnny Lawrence saying, "Oh, fuck off." It's time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. That's even worse. That is even worse than I remembered.
That's so fucking terrible. Jesus Christ.
Michael Knowles, his full tweet is FDR. We have nothing to fear but fear itself. Reagan, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. Kamala, it's time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Oh my god.
Oh, we're so fucked. Oh God, we're so fucked.
3 more years, boys. 3 more years.
Yeah. Is Biden stupid rubbing off to the rest of his cabinet?
Mm-hmm.
To the rest of his what is it? Not association. Help me out.
Party?
Party, I guess. Whatever.
No. Here's the scary thing, dude. Biden is the president of the United States, meaning he is the leader of the Democrat Party. What if Biden is actually the smart, coherent one?
Oh, for fuck's sake, Sonny. I mean, that's its own thing, but I just caught this tweet from Bunny about meatloaf cooking instructions.
Yeah,
that was
you didn't
rough.
see that? Yeah,
Jesus,
that was good.
no,
I loved it.
I don't know how I missed this one.
Bruh.
God,
I mean,
thought y'all knew.
It got a groan and then a chuckle out of me.
Yeah.
So I had to
1800 degrees for 3 to 4 hours. That's
I had to share that out with
Nation.
my other buddies. So I was like, oh yeah, that's getting passed on. That's too good to not.
Oof.
Yeah, it is.
I missed
much
it. I'm glad
oof.
you were there to burner or booer. I must have missed it because I sent this dead is better from the man in the white yellow hat. Good freaking God. That humor is so dark. Its father went out for a pack of Newports and never came back. Hey, googly moogly. All right, so what do we have for breaking headline news? We got Biden caught in the hot mic moment. Pentagon puts 8,500 troops on heightened alert for possibly flying over to the Ukraine. Unlike Trump, Biden doesn't use stocks to judge the economy. White House insider said, Sheldon Silver, a New York power broker convicted of corruption, dies at 77. What they forget to mention, being a New York power broker, and Sheldon Silver being a Jew, he was a Democrat. Funny how they forget to mention that.
Yeah, convenient, isn't it? All right.
So we're
Did
getting
y'all talk-
prepped. Hang on, we're getting prepped to go send troops to the Ukraine, which Joe Biden threatened to not give the defense spending to if they didn't fire a prosecutor, but they did fire the prosecutor, and as presumptively we gave them the defense spending. Why do we need to give them troops?
Because we took their nukes in the 80s.
Yeah.
Do you think Putin's going to nuke Ukraine?
Well, the reason we don't go to war with Putin is because he has nukes and we have nukes. Going to war with Ukraine, because they don't have nukes, we said we would defend them. Just like we're not letting Japan get an army for 100 years. We're defending Japan as well.
Is Chernobyl in the Ukraine? I think it is, isn't it?
Chernobyl? No, it's
Yeah, it
Or is that
Ukraine.
in Belarus?
I thought it was in Belarus.
No, it's Ukraine.
Maps.
I've never been.
The only reason I know that is because of one of the Transformer movies. They go to Chernobyl, and
Yeah, it's
that's one of the lines he says.
It is smack dab in the middle of Ukraine.
Yeah,
Is
that's
it?
one of the lines. Yeah, one of the lines he says is Ukraine used to be such fertile land. So yeah, it's in Ukraine.
I mean, still fertile land. You get had a cabbage with two heads.
Yeah, okay, so Fallout 5 needs to be Chernobyl. Fallout Chernobyl.
That's too realistic. Besides, they already have a video game about the fallout in Chernobyl.
I guess it's up on the border with Belarus. But it's center east-west, but then it's up right at the border with Belarus.
How about that?
That's a hell of an exclusion zone, too. My God.
Is it most of Ukraine?
It's a lot of northern Ukraine and a lot of southern Belarus.
Oof. Like half the country, roundabout?
Not quite that much, but it's a big chunk. It's about 20 miles radius, so 40 miles wide.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, they created a new record just to shit on Aaron Rodgers. It's the being a first round Super Bowl seed and losing to the same team 4 times. And that's just to shit on Aaron Rodgers for being anti-COVID.
Okay.
Like Green Bay hasn't been in what the fuck? like I get that you guys are, but no, people are stupid. They were like, 3 out of the 4 times he didn't score over 20 points. I'm like, they just lost 13-10. The other team didn't score points either. You people playing with statistics bother the piss out of me. Like, in Michigan, there's a driver's responsibility fee because 1 out of 6 accidents is caused by somebody with more than 6 points on their driver's license. Like, that means statistically 5 out of the 6 other accidents are caused by 2 people with perfectly good driving records. Because you didn't say the person with more than 6 points was the cause of the accident. It was just one of the 2 participants in an accident, or one of the many participants, if it was a pileup, has more than 6 points. So you want them to pay $250 once a year for 2 years because they have more than 6 points, because 1 out of 6 accidents, somebody in that accident has more than 6 points in their license. Fuck you. You make it impossible to live in a state like that.
Well, they just got to get their money, dude.
It's not their money. That's theft.
All taxation is theft?
Yes.
Are you now fence sitting on a libertarian fence?
No, I've always thought that.
And how's it fence sitting? He's literally taking a stand.
I haven't seen Marjorie. Anybody seen Marjorie?
Not
Margie,
one.
no. So did y'all talk about David Hogg and his ugly single-piece sweater, whatever it is?
You mean that fucking onesie with the sleeveless onesie with the legless other leg.
That's what I was gonna say. It looked like there was one sleeve and one leg. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Do I need to go look at it again?
Is that crocheted thing that
Yeah.
keeps
Yes.
popping up every couple of years?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what? It's popped up before?
Oh yes. Well, maybe not the one that he's wearing, but there's a couple of pictures where the fashion industry keeps saying crocheting in new fashion for men, and it's literally a crocheted or knitted onesie that's made out of soft material. That's one leg, one arm, like rainbow colored, and it's popped up every year for like, I don't know, 6 or 7 years now.
Somebody's trying really hard to make it a thing.
Right.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah. It's like fetch.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Stop making
We're
fetch.
trying to make fetch happen.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah, no. Well, what was the damn, I just had something a second ago. Was it related to Crowder? Was it related to Matt and Blonde show? Was it related to
We can talk about the guests that Tim's had last week. I know he had the CEO from Getter and the CEO from Gab. You guys watch those?
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of funny that the CEO of Gab doesn't watch Tim Pool, but he happened to watch that one episode they were talking about. Because he just wanted to shit on Jason Miller, who didn't do a great job.
What do you think, Sean?
Free the code.
Code is freed, and it blew Ian's fucking mind.
It sure as hell did. It's like, this is so great. This is what I've always wanted. You're like the only one who gets it. It's like, calm down there, buddy.
The onesie with 3 legs and 4 arms, that's for Pubert Adams. And that's a Morticia Adams original.
Wait, so did Ian jizz over the wall or something?
Practically. Like, he's just a fucking an oddball for Free the Code. I'm gonna be sad this week without Luke, so that'll be
I'm going. You know what? I like Luke. I like what Luke has to say, but I am going to be appreciative of him not rambling on for most of the IRL podcasts going forward.
we'll see. I mean, it's just left with Ian, and like Tim has to like buy him a pearl every time he shuts up. Like that's right. That's really why there's shiny rocks in front of Ian. The entire episode is
It's just to
when he
distract
starts
him.
getting like in the weeds with his pedantic nonsense. But I was thinking of that when Matt was showing the guy crashing his motorcycle. I'm like, you couldn't put this on Getter.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I got sent that a couple of days ago from my other buddies, and I'm like, that guy straight evaporated.
That was incredible.
I didn't see it. I didn't care to see it.
You literally, you don't. That's the thing. It's happening so fast that you kind of see him ragdoll for like a frame or two, and then you don't see him at all. I'm serious when I said that guy evaporated. He just ceased being.
Was it something about David Hogg? I had something I wanted to comment on, and I can't think of it now. David Hogg, onesie, crochet, Afghan. Yeah, I got nothing. I had a comment to make about somebody and something. I just don't have it anymore.
Have you noticed that a couple
Probably
of things?
not.
Well, we'll go back just touching on a couple of things Tim cast real quick. After he had Jack Murphy on, after the Sidney Watson incident, he has not touched it at all. Nobody on the show mentions it. Nobody brings up anything to do with it, and that includes not talking about Jeremy and the quartering.
Well, they really
they
didn't
just want to wash their hands of it.
do a lot of talking about it. But Jack was the every other Wednesday guy.
Right.
And it's been 2 Wednesdays. But Jack Posobiec hasn't been on the Wednesdays either. So maybe it's just they're busier guys or whatever. But they were supposed to do a thing in February in D.C. with the liminal order and a brunch in D.C. on a Saturday.
I'm betting that's canceled.
I wouldn't be surprised if liminal order's been canceled. But they have Elijah Schaefer and Sidney Watson had on some guy called Mr. Reagan and Alex Stein, who is the guy who does the song about getting the vaccine.
Oh, yeah. I was just listening to that today.
Yeah, and they shed all over Jack Murphy.
Yeah, that was good times.
Now, I'm not... The thing, I've had to have a long think about it over the last month or so, but the thing is, why I don't like the quartering is because he talks about people. He doesn't talk about ideas. He just talks about people.
Which is the sign of not a smart person.
Well, and nobody ever accused him of being smart. Now, that being said, I do like that he does some things, and I do like some of the things he does, but overall, I'm going to have to give him a negative. But for the small things I do like that he does, like he's been talking directly with the showrunner for The Witcher. Because they went back and, he went back and forth and had some criticisms about season 2, which are legitimate. And then she took offense, and so what's happening is because he's talking to her directly through Twitter, and they're sending video chats back and forth.
Who?
The showrunner for The Witcher. Some broad whose name eludes me. It's not important. Ultimately. But there's been, the nerd community and the geek community have kind of given The Witcher Season 2 a slightly negative review, which, okay, it's, again, the criticisms are valid. But that's neither here nor there. The fact that they're having a conversation on Twitter and via video messages has got the leftoids in Hollywood all riled up that she's even talking to this guy. So the more he can do things like that, Razorfist is right. Jeremy and the Quartering and Gary at Nerdrotic are doing more for the culture war than probably even Tim Pool.
Yeah, okay.
That being said, I don't like Jeremy because he talks about people more than ideas, but I guess because most of the herd is fucking stupid and not smart people talk about people rather than ideas, maybe talking about people is the right course of action to win a bigger argument.
Possibility. Yeah, I don't care for Jeremy, and I don't really care for Nerdrotic either. I watched Chrissy Mayer go on to a conglomeration of podcasters and play the Frost character from G4.
Mm-hmm.
And those guys were all there, and they were just fags. Like 2006. You guys are fucking fags.
I like Gary from Nerdrotic. I do not care for D-Day Cobra or whatever his name is.
Well, they were both on.
Yeah, D-Day Cobra. Well, he's like the second in charge of that stream, Friday Night Tights or whatever. I don't care for him like at all. He just seems like a douche. But Gary can have a conversation about comics, pop culture, whatever you want, and politics, whereas the other guys, once they put their foot, their toe in the water of politics, they get all weird and can't have a straightforward conversation with him about it.
Bonnie sneaking in on the Alta couch. Just a low-key talk smack about Jeremy and Frost.
But I thought the Christy Mayer Frost character on Friday Night Tights was hilarious. It actually made me appreciate Christy Mayer a little bit more.
Yeah, I thought she was actually pretty funny on that little skit, but everybody else was. Oh God, you guys are faggots.
I don't know about the Az guy. I don't hate him like I hate DJ Cobra, but I don't know that I like him either.
And they just pulled Quarter Black Garrett.
Yeah, but he hasn't been on, really. So I don't know. Like, I have yet to read an article about what the deal is with Quarter Black. I know that he's supposedly left Crowder to go to work for Neurotic, but I have no idea what he's doing. And I don't
He might
see
be
him...
their editor.
Well, I'm wondering because Gary's moving. He's leaving California and going to Texas. I'm wondering if Quarter Black is setting up the studio and everything for Gary in Texas.
Oh, well, that makes sense. I don't know who the fuck Gary is, but being in Texas is smart.
Gary is the Nerdrotic guy, the beard.
The top guy. Okay.
Yeah, the main guy for Nerdrotic.
Yeah, he was on that stream. I don't care for any of them. Is he up in producer, right? No idea. All I know is that G4 has a bunch of female writers, and no one else gets the credit except for the female writers.
Whatever happened to not get Jared?
He quit to spend more time with family. And
Okay,
had a
but he has to be
succession
doing
of failed startups, and has gone by the wayside.
Yeah, he's still on Twitter. You can still catch him doing stuff. I have no idea what he's doing. I cannot tell whether or not because he had mentioned something about falling back to something more Christ-based, more faith-based or whatever, and I have no idea. My guess is he's working behind the scenes of the Daily Wire. But I got nothing to back that up with.
Daily Wire's in Nashville.
That's not that far from Dallas. Not a hard move.
I beg to differ. It's 2 hours for me to Nashville. It's not 2 hours for me to Dallas.
It's probably 4 or 5. I mean,
He's probably working for Joel
Nashville
Osteen.
is just across the river on the other side of Missouri. It's not that far from Dallas.
It's still a good little haul.
Well, we don't know. We're just speculating.
I've lived in.
Like I said, I think he's probably working for Joel Osteen. That wouldn't surprise me at all.
That wouldn't surprise me either. But the fact that he's not clued on to how much of a grift that fucking is, although it's a very lucrative grift, so
God wants him to have a Rolex.
What happened about a Rolex?
I said God wants Joel Osteen to have a Rolex.
Oh, yeah.
And the private plane is to keep him from being associated with demons while he flies. That just makes sense.
Yeah. Sure does.
God wants me to have 2 planes.
no, Sully, we're not watching the Nerdrotic stream. We're just talking about Nerdrotic. It's the same stream almost every time. It's the same half dozen people.
I can be pedantic all on my own, thank you very much.
Meanwhile, we have the same 3. If we're lucky.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
If you're really lucky, you get all 4.
Oh, yeah, lucky.
Gingers
Yeah,
are
no-
not to be trusted.
That's the night you get all 4 is the night you need to go to the casino and put it all on black.
always bet on black.
Yeah, that worked real well for Wesley, didn't it?
He's still.
I'd rather put it down on the Fed. Always bet on the Fed.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
That's just cheating. That's just cheating.
Speaking of Feds, what do you guys think of that Patriot Front video?
Speaking
God.
of feds, let's talk about feds.
You know, real or fake, it is cringe.
Sieg
care.
fucking Hig, my dudes. Wait, Sieg Hail, dudes. That's what I meant Sieg Hail.
Yeah, I mean,
Not Sid Haig, sorry.
okay, the fact that they popped up out of literally nowhere about 5 months ago, have a uniform, have funds for U-Haul rentals, get parade permits, and then put out this video that it basically feeds into exactly the propaganda of what they want you to fear. All the leftists are taking it verbatim because they have no sense of scrutiny, and it's just reaffirming what they already think and believe.
Which is all they want in the end.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter how hoaxy the hoax. They will quote the hoax as verbatim
Russian
reality.
collusion, anyone?
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
I mean, and Russian collusion was at least somewhat sophisticated, despite being a complete fabrication.
It was a lot of mental gymnastics. Let's not lie.
I was a member of Identity Europa, and we didn't talk about colored people at all. It was literally the Americans arguing with the Brits about what a biscuit was for 7 solid weeks, until I realized I didn't pay my dues and they kicked me out. And the Australians agreeing with the Americans, even though they say the same things as the Brits. Because fuck the Brits.
Speaking of that, how did Blonde not know who Sidney Watson is, being that they have a friend in common?
Blonde's a dumbass.
Yes, she is blonde. That's fair.
And has been since the baby.
Yeah.
And still won't return my messages. Maybe I'm sour about it, bitch.
Like she's
Yeah.
listening to this.
No, she's not listening to this. She knows better than come on here and talk shit to me. But, yeah, no. God, it bugs me. I can't think of what I was thinking of right before the Crochet David Hawk bullshit. That's going to bug me until I remember in 5 hours.
3 a.m. you wake up. That's what it was.
God damn it!
That's adorable. You guys think I'm asleep at 3 a.m.?
No, I didn't assert that at all. I know you're awake at 3 a.m. You go to sleep at probably, 6 or 7 in the morning?
It's 7, right? Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm not far off.
Except today, I'm going to go to bed at 5. And I'm going to get a haircut in the morning before I go to work.
Gotcha.
Because my fucking barber's closed on the one day I have off in a week.
You're off on Mondays?
Monday's the only day I have off. That's why we do this tonight. It's the only day I'm at home with the microphone.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. I forgot this kind of revolves around your schedule.
It is technically his thing.
I am most important.
Yeah. It
I'm
harkens
just-
back to the days of when you would have like rotating shift or whatever the fuck it was. They would move you around, so the schedule of the show would move around. Ugh.
Well, that and no one wanted to be doing stupid shit on Fridays.
That too.
So Monday just ended up being an easier day.
Speaking of bitch,
Like-
have you talked to Macoptera or Brash at any time in the recent past?
No, but I did put out a message to Facepalm, who
Oh.
is on Gab.
Okay.
Did he respond?
Yeah, he hasn't responded yet.
Ah, man. I miss
But
him.
he's my only follow on Gab.
Wait, I don't follow you? Or you follow him? I got you.
No, we follow each other on Gab. I follow like 6 or 7 other. I don't follow many people.
I have had Gab since it was new, and I have not been on Gab since it was new.
Yeah, I've got like one tweet from 2016.
Yeah.
And then one tweet from 2022. It's like,
I ought to pop on and go, oh, hey, this is still a thing. Cool.
Yeah.
Later. See you in 6 more years.
Well, and then the other day I said, okay, time to get banned off of Getter. I haven't logged into Getter since.
What, were you going to post a beheading video or something? You could just get the cartel video from Matt and post that.
I could just get that motorcycle video and give it a test.
Yeah, that's true too.
Although my understanding is they won't ban you for that. They'll just delete the tweet, the post, the get.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a get since it's Getter?
Yeah. I got. And if you get caught talking about Getter by Tim Pool, it's called a gotcha. Looking at you, Jason Miller. Tim Pool, the Getter Slayer.
Speaking of Pool, he had a video today about how Truth Social, I guess, is going to be censoring as well. Like, admittedly so.
Yeah, if you want to be on the App Store.
I guess. I mean, he's got a point in saying that, the right wing is more, independent and open-minded, and they don't need a centralized place. But on the other hand, when you have 4 other options, how much of an audience are you going to be able to pull?
Well, I disagree with Tim Pool on Trump's going to get 6 million or 10 million or whatever. Trump's going to get 30 million. It's going to be 20 million fans of Trump and 10 million Trump haters. It's absolutely going to be a movement to truth, to shit on it, no doubt, but it'll be a movement. But once they build up a sufficient platform and they get enough people there, they can change to be better.
True, and I think that with Tim's preemptive slaying of Getter, everybody that is now or was previously on Getter, as soon as Truth Social opens up, they'll be on that instead.
Yeah, and I do like Gab. Parler's been dead to my my apps for a while, but then again, so is Alex Jones' show in my app section. But as far as like Torba coming out and talking about like, I have a dream that I will build up the social media platform so one day my kids can be on social media. I'm like, that's your fucking dream? Is so that your kid can pick fights with fucking groypers?
Wait, question. I have 2 parlors. Is it the one with the E or the one with an O?
What?
I don't even remember. Parlor, ER.
ER. Okay.
OR.
So.
No, you're right. It is ER.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought so.
Yeah, it is ER.
M'lady.
Dick.
Surprised it doesn't have an extra U in it just because it's British. Is that Bunny, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Buns.
told you that about an hour ago.
Yeah, well, I'm slow on the uptake. I'm old, damn it.
I've been in office as much as Joe Biden.
Well, I haven't been in office, but I've been alive shortly after he got elected.
The Georgia prosecutor granted the special grand jury to the Trump election probe, and it's like, yeah, you have to. That's not a win anywhere. That's not a loss anywhere. It's just the investigation.
So they're investigating what? Fraud in Georgia?
Yeah. Well, they're investigating if they're going to investigate the fraud in Georgia. If there's enough to, you impanel the grand jury, but the grand jury has to come back with something, or else there's nothing to it.
Well, I mean, look how much they fought just having a general audit. Not even a general audit, a specific audit in Maricopa County.
Yeah. Well, that was not Georgia, but yeah.
Okay, that's weird. I'm not used to seeing my name spelled correctly. How dare you? Fix that.
Fauci expects most states to reach peak Omicron by February. Close to half already have, which means that if half already have, then they reached it in January, which makes Fauci wrong. That's just stupid. It's not a tumor. What do we think of Life of Brian?
I have always enjoyed that movie.
I also am a fan of British humor.
I am not. I gave it a 2 out of 5.
I mean, Monty Python and Holy Grail, to me, is my favorite. But
man, I so want to give it a 1, but it's not quite bad enough. Like, I don't hate it. I just really don't like watching it.
What do you mean, Life of Brian or Holy Grail?
Both, but Life of Brian has one good skit in it that just had me rolling, so I gave it a 2. And that's the scene where he's giving the guy a grammar lesson while he's graffitiing the wall. That was funny for whatever reason. I don't know why word humor gets me, but it's funny.
Well, and I can agree that British humor isn't always it takes a refined sense. I don't even know if refined is right. It doesn't hit American sensibilities the same way as it hits British sensibilities. So there is a lot of wordplay and a lot of dialectic sort of humor in their humor. You have to be of a certain level of intelligence, which all British people are because they have decent schools, to understand some of that humor. And a lot of that just gets missed in America. But what I think Matt missed most about Life of Brian is that it's an anti-Christian, free-thinking movie. Now, if he's bent and trying to find himself on a Christian journey to maybe have some faith for his family and his son and whatever, you can excuse that to a point. But the whole point of it is you have to be familiar with the stories of the Bible to get how they're making fun of them in the Life of Brian.
Yeah. Oh, and I did get some of that. But again, to his point, there's a lot of random shit. There's a lot of absurdity that I just don't understand why.
There was just random.
Because
absurdity.
Monty Python is
the most glaring one.
Is absurdity and satire at the same time. What the spaceship thing was is they didn't know how to end the movie, number one. Number two, well, I mean, it wasn't even at the end. I mean, it was at the end, but it wasn't the end. But what it was it was a direct reference to dying, being raised into heaven, and then coming back.
Oh. That's weird. That's a weird way to go about it.
Yeah, right. If you haven't watched you're being served. You've been served. What is it?
Are you being served?
Are you being served? You if you didn't grow up on that, you won't understand British comedy.
And as much as I do like Are You Being Served, it's not the best British humor.
Oh God, no.
It is like,
But it was long running.
yes, it was long running. What was the other one with the Miss Bouquet or Bucket? What was that one? Keeping Up Appearances.
Yeah.
Also, basic baseline British humor. However, I will say that the best British humor is absolutely not the first season, but all the rest of the seasons of Blackadder.
Okay.
Because Rowan Atkinson is hilarious, but Mr. Bean is the dumbest shit he's ever done.
The most lowbrow.
Yes, absolutely. But you should watch the Blackadder, the second part, the third, and Blackadder Goes Forth.
Yeah.
They're incredible. They're awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And they have Hugh Laurie and Stephen Fry for most of them as well.
Okay, you sold me.
And not to mention, Fry and Laurie is for a variety show wasn't bad.
As a variety show, it's okay. And it made me respect the fact that how talented Hugh Laurie is. Because Americans were all about House and how cool House was. But
Yeah, well, I mean, that's his big American show.
House was not remotely cool.
yeah, it's
I mean,
literally
I enjoyed it.
the worst thing Hugh Laurie has ever done.
Yeah.
But
Much
it's
like
only
Mr.
really,
Bean is the worst thing Rowan Atkinson has done. Everybody
but
just
again, it's the most consistent American things that they've done. So that's why they're noted in America.
There is
for that.
nothing American about Mr. Bean.
Okay,
Not
well,
a
House
damn
then,
thing.
at least.
right. I'll
Right.
give you that, but it is a travesty that Hugh Laurie isn't in the MCU. Number one, like he would have been a better pick than Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh God, yeah. I don't want to see House
no,
play
I
another
don't.
fucking doctor.
No,
But yeah,
I don't see it, dude.
He could come by. He's still got a couple opportunities in Phase 4.
Okay.
I mean, how they had Powers Booth.
Yeah. What other
Robert
movies
Redford.
did I miss on the reviews?
I fell asleep last week.
Well, I had to play catch up for the two. Hang on, I'll pull it up. Let me see what the two.
One was Full Metal Jacket, which
Oh,
yeah,
that was Full Metal
Which-
Jacket.
that's a
Which
4
one?
out of 5. I agree with Matt. It's two separate movies, and the first one was better than the second. But I don't hate it as much as he did. Like I think, Arlie Ermy, fucking. If
Right.
he'd have made it to the second half of the movie, would have carried that fucker all the way through.
Well, no, okay, so the thing about Full Metal Jacket, he's not wrong, because Full Metal Jacket is an overrated movie to begin with. It's good,
okay.
it's just overrated. That doesn't, I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying it's overrated. That being said, the cultural relevance Matt got out of Full Metal Jacket. He got the Arlie Ermy characters and the memeability of Pyle, Ermy's drill sergeant, and a couple other things. Plus, it's got the how do you shoot women and children? You don't lead them as much, that sort of shit. I love the smell of napalm in the morning, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a lot of cultural relevance in the Full Metal Jacket movie, despite it being slightly better than mediocre.
What was y'all's rating for it?
I give it about a 3.
Oh, so you're with Matt. All right.
Again, I think it's good, but it's overrated.
Yeah. And the second half of the movie's a little longer than the first. It feels like it, at least. And that's
Yeah, I guess
because of the Tet Offensive and the sniper scene and a few other things that are kind of bullshit. But it is what it is.
Right.
I mean, Arlie Ermy was just Sam Elliott from We Were Soldiers.
I don't know. I think Arlie Ermy did it better. He's definitely more iconic.
He did it better because
he was a drill
He
instructor.
actually did it. Yeah,
well,
he actually did it.
he changed all of the dialogue for his character, and they were perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, because it was perfect.
God, how would it have
Like,
turned
oh my
out
god,
if?
oh my god.
How do you think it would have turned out if Hollywood would have wrote it?
Not,
Well, I mean,
it would have been an unmemorable another Vietnam movie. Nobody would have given a
Probably.
It would have been Platoon.
shit. Yeah, basically.
It's kind of impressive that Stanley Kubrick would let that happen.
For being the control freak he is, yes.
Yeah.
However,
Yeah. But he
getting
recognized.
getting it right was more important to Kubrick. So I can see
Yeah.
Kubrick giving in on that, because once you see Ermi do that, you're like, oh, yeah, that's how everybody should fucking do that.
He's like,
Yeah.
what I wrote was good. What you did was great.
Okay, what's the other movies?
Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't remember a lot of torture in Reservoir. I remember the straight
The Straight Razor.
straight razor scene, but like, I'm like,
yeah, the ear
am I
that came
missing
off.
a bunch of?
That freaked me out. Not
He
gonna lie.
cut it. Who cut an ear off? I remember a slice. I don't remember cutting a
That was
fucking ear
Madsen.
off.
That was Madsen's character that did that.
To
The cop that was stuck in the chair.
I
But
don't remember.
okay, so Matt's watching this stuff as movies to be entertained by, which is fair. But what, like I
But
said,
it's not the sole. It's not the only reason to make a movie. It's kind of like, I forget. It was Walt Disney's. What's the musical that he did? That's like it's all the different Fantasia. There's 3 forms of music. There's music that have stories built into them. There's music you can make a story out of, and there's music that exists for the sake of existing. And Reservoir Dogs kind of falls in that third one.
kinda, but you've got an interesting perspective because you weren't really around when it came out. The
That's true.
importance of something like Reservoir Dogs is that it came out in 1992 and changed the format for how Hollywood makes movies. Because prior to Reservoir Dogs, it was diehards, commandos, predators, any Arnie or Stallone flick was
Can you stop naming
Well, you mean
movies
like
I love?
You mean 70s and 80s action flicks?
right. Yeah, you could even You could even take that back to Death Wish and Dirty Harry movies. You could go all the way back to that.
So
I
he's steering it
fucking
away
love
from that,
those
is what
as
you're
well.
saying.
Right, and that's not to say that those are bad. It's just it changed the format for what you could do out of Hollywood.
Yeah, it took it out of that era. I get what you're saying. It's transitionary.
Right. There's a lot of similarities, I think, between a movie like Reservoir Dogs and a movie like Knives Out.
I don't know. Knives Out's a very good whodunit murder mystery that kept twisting and turning to the very end, and I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, okay, so like for an example, you get Reservoir Dogs in what, like 92?
Yeah.
And it does that pell-mell mix-up of suspense adding because you're not doing a straight chronological. And then it gets not perfected, but done so much better in, what, 95, The Usual Suspects?
Yeah, when is The Usual Suspects? You're right, because Usual Suspects is a better version of Reservoir Dogs.
I mean, the genre. Anyway.
Yeah, 95 is Usual Suspects.
And that was,
But I
was that Bryan Singer?
Hang on. Yeah, Bryan Singer.
Yeah. So we wouldn't have gotten the green light for The Usual Suspects the way it was done to near perfection. Say what you will about Bryan Singer. Without Reservoir Dogs.
Right. And then you get other ones like Get Shorty.
Memento.
Well, Memento is it's more of a drama than it is a whodunit.
And And it's a
But
movie shot out of sequence, but in sequence, in reverse sequence, I guess.
Yeah. It's Identity.
Now, how do you think that plays into movies like Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels and Snatch?
Didn't see either of them.
Oh my God,
I
you're missing
but
out.
I don't remember them.
Oh,
the only thing I can
missing
think of
so
is
Guy
is
Ritchie
Brad Pitt
movies.
going.
Yeah, she's partial to Periwinkle Blue. What? She's partial to Periwinkle Blue.
That's
Is that
almost up
supposed to be
there with
Scottish?
In Bruges.
It's a
No, it was
it's a pikey accent.
yeah, almost almost gypsy really, and just oh, some of them are great. Some of them are like
12 Monkeys.
if they don't get it right, I would have loved to have seen a Bruce Willis, Brad Pitt movie had it not been 12 Monkeys.
Well, what was the other one he did where he goes back in time to shoot himself?
Jumper.
Not Jumper, yeah. I keep wanting to say Push. It's not Push.
That was I actually liked it.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't care for it.
It was an attempt to make a superhero movie without superheroes, and with it being as mundane as possible. And it was the grittiness and that movie was about cinematography and cinema verite, like just a rawness to everything. That's why they included something like screechers instead of like hypno goggles or something. Like literally just Asians screaming into microphones. It was a very raw movie, and that was back when I still liked Captain America.
It was Reservoir Dogs the last one that I missed.
Did you do Princess Bride?
I don't remember. I think we did.
I mean,
We did. Did you?
Right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Because it's a very... it's a memorable, iconic movie. It's very good. I think I gave it a 4 out of 5. I don't know why.
You back, you fuck.
I think that's what we had discussed. Yeah.
I don't see how you don't give that a 5 out of 5.
Because it's a perfect movie in and of itself, but that does not make it a perfect movie.
Like unless you go like should have had guns. Like I'd be like, oh, okay, you're
well,
crazy.
All right, hang on. I'll pull up the review because he only gave it 3, which
yeah,
he did.
That was a little harsh. Yeah.
You know,
yeah, okay, so this is where Matt gets pedantic and nitpicky because he's saying some characters can get annoying. Like he didn't
That's
like...
the fucking point.
Right. And then he says, it's got a completely obvious plot. Dude, it's a fucking fairy tale. What do you expect?
It's a story you're reading to a sick child. You don't end at page 643 with, and Dumbledore was gay. You close the goddamn book. What the... Stop. Can there be less kissing in this book, Grandpa?
Well, it's not his cup of tea. We'll put it that way.
Which is
Yeah,
fair.
I don't
it
care for...
have to be. But if you're going to review movies, you have to review the movie as it is, not what you want it to be.
But that's his bias. That's what you have to let slide. Yeah. I was talking with... I actually had a private hangout with him earlier today, and I was talking about it. There's actually either 4 or 5 months this year that's going to be 5 Sundays. I told him a good idea would be for those Sundays, those extra days, take his list and put it up for vote. Now his complaint was every movie he's going to put up there, he already rated a 5 out of 5. He knows it. And I told him that's fine, but there are movies that you like and I want to know why. I want to have your take on it. That's why we watch the movie reviews.
Mm-hmm.
So when he comes up,
Brokeback Mountain's going to be on that list.
No, he said it's not. I already asked him what's on the list. But it's not. it's not about getting a fair review. It's about getting his perspective. That's what the whole segment's about.
Oh,
and
yeah.
to try and enlighten him, and to try and
completely
enlighten
agree
him
with that.
about, to try and enlighten him about cultural references.
When somebody
That's what it's
shits
all
on a
about.
book I like, I
Yeah.
demand to know 3 books they liked.
Yeah.
Like, I need to know your perspective and if you're retarded or not. But speaking of, so I watched
Chuck Tingle.
God damn it! Stop it.
The Balls Who Dragged Me, starring written by, narrated by. So I watched The Eternals with Bunny over the weekend, and there was this incredibly awkward sex scene between Superman and Captain Asia, and not to be outdone, about, and I'm not joking, an hour and a fucking half later, Bunny, Captain Black, because he was a black guy, and his Arab Muslim boyfriend have a kiss before they separate for him to go save the world or whatever. And I was like, credit where it's due. That initial love scene and that kiss 2 hours later were equally as awkward. So no one made any progress in this movie whatsoever. It was just fucking atrocious. And I'm like, that's an equal representation right there. We have made 2022.
Have you gentlemen watched Ghostbusters Afterlife?
I have not. It's on the to-do list. Wait, where can I watch it at? That's the question I need.
I bought it on
HBO Max.
I bought it on YouTube.
Oh, really? Okay.
And
If it's on HBO Max, I can get it. No problem.
You can't buy it on YouTube. Is it on HBO Max?
you can buy it
I
on
don't know.
YouTube. That's where I bought it.
Like for $3?
It-
It was like $20.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No. We're gonna find it for free.
Okay.
Like
If
with
you
a
want
subscription
it,
service.
look, if you want it for free, Steven's probably got it.
True.
Who the fuck is Steven?
That's a good question. He must be watching football.
Yeah.
Mimic 2, Gilded Age, Pennyworth,
I'm
Nobody,
going to accuse Steven right here, right now, of watching football and not being here.
Alvin and the Chipmunks, Hitman's Wife, Bodyguard, Injustice. Oh, I haven't seen Injustice.
Okay. What are some movies you think is on Matt's list? Since I know the list.
I don't know, but I do want to give it up for Godzilla King of Monsters. Not Godzilla King of Godzilla versus King Kong or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
And everybody who watched it and didn't give away the secret. Kudos to all of you on Twitter.
What? Who wins? That's what you want to know?
No, the secret.
Godzilla wins,
Oh.
obviously.
But what's the secret?
I
I
still
watched it.
think
I don't
it's a
remember the
break.
secret.
The secret that didn't get leaked in the theaters or on Stephen fuck football, or on the internet. That it wasn't just Godzilla and King Kong.
They have Mothra,
Oh, yeah,
too.
yeah.
Hmm?
No, not Mothra. I know what he's talking about.
Yeah, it's not on HBO yet.
All right, so
Aw,
I'm not gonna watch it, so you can go ahead and spoil it for me. But if you want to do that after,
I'm not going to ruin it for anybody else. I was just giving kudos to they didn't give
All
me
right.
the secret.
Everybody turn off your mic or mute the stream for about
No, don't do
5
that because
seconds.
you won't know to come back. Don't worry about it. We can do it later. It's not important
All right,
because
fine.
again, I'm not gonna bother watching it, so it doesn't. It's completely pointless to me. But
Okay.
if you think about it, nobody really gave away Fight Club. Nobody really gave away The Matrix. Everybody who
Dude.
saw that in the theaters, they were like, "No, just you need to go see it. Go see it. Then we'll talk about
Well,
it."
usually it's something you can't really explain without like telling them just the whole plot of the movie. So it's more worthwhile to watch the movie. Whereas this is actually just a little something in the plot that just
Yeah.
adds along.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Plus-
plot point. It's a plot point, not the plot itself.
Plus, Fight Club came out in '99, and I don't think there was a lot of shit going on besides Yahoo chat rooms in '99.
It was CompuServe and AOL. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, but AOL didn't. AOL had Messenger. It didn't really have chat rooms like Yahoo did.
Yeah. By the way, his name was Robert Paulson.
His name is Robert Paulson.
Fair. But at this point, he's a was. After your cooking lesson.
Bitch, it's Bob. Bunny. Oh, I will be talking to you after the stream. I missed that one. I don't know how I missed that response, but I did.
Was that Bunny that put that up or Howie?
It was Bunny.
Nice.
Are you sure?
Hold on. Let me fucking check.
So do you want to take a guess as to what movies are on the list?
Fast and Furious.
No.
Yeah, we have Bunny.
These are movies that he has seen already. What movies has he said he's seen on the stream? Because they're almost all of them are on there. No, not that one. That's not one. You got to think really hard. You know you're a fan of the show if you know this.
Well, I am a fan of the show. That you'll never take that from me. You'll never take that away from me. But
no gatekeeping. Harry Potter, Chamber of Secrets.
No.
Beg to differ.
Star Wars.
No Star Wars. I was surprised by that actually.
So I got the first three, so fuck you.
Okay, one was already watched. And it's Idiocracy. So he's gonna have to take that off the list and swap it for something else.
I don't know what else he's seen because it's not a lot, and I have no idea. I don't know. I really don't know his taste. That's why I said Fast and Furious. I kind of figured that would be his taste.
No, one of them was what's the weird sleepover movie or something? It has a weird twist at the end.
Hangover?
No, not Hangover. This is something that he watched. They go to like a summer camp or something.
Meatballs. Please tell me he's seen Meatballs.
Please tell me he's seen Meatballs 3. Or 4 with Corey Feldman.
No, it's not that. It's
a
movie
gets
that
very
somebody...
not safe for work in Meatballs 3.
I don't remember if it's a movie somebody recommended or...
Sleepaway Camp?
Sleepaway Camp, that's it.
Holy shit.
That's on his list?
Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
No.
Sleepaway Camp is a hell of a twist ending.
Yeah, that's what he said. There was another movie that's a found footage movie about hunting for Bigfoot. I forget what he called that one.
Well, there's a couple of them.
Yeah, but it's one that he specifically has already seen. Another one was
Hunted,
Black
probably?
Hawk. Huh?
Hunted, probably?
No, not Hunted. Black Hawk Down was another one.
That's too bad, because Hunted was definitely the better of the three that I can think of.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but Hunted wasn't found footage, was it?
Wasn't it?
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it was a hunter, like doing a Survivor Man style of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Might not. Maybe not. I think it was though.
Okay, what were the other ones?
Well, the dick did ruin it. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, there were a couple others. God damn it! What were the other ones that he said?
Some teenage college drunken freshman dick. That's what ruined that movie for me.
Yeah. There's 2 movies he said that I hadn't seen, so I don't know.
You know what we need to put on his list and make this happen is PCU.
Or The Color Purple. It doesn't have the same widespread notoriety of The Crying Game, but it has the same twist ending.
Right.
So, because it gets referenced in other movies. Like, I'm going to pretend I didn't wake up in The Crying Game, but there is no Color Purple references. Plus, I love Scott Bakula. Even though he murders him.
Scott Bakula's only good when he's teamed with Dean Stanton.
Who is dead. So, Stan. What? Dean who?
Stanton?
Try again. I don't even know who Dean Stanton is. Stockwell.
Stockwell, thank you. I'm not.
Who is
names, dude? I am not good with names. Names are
absolute shit. In he was in Beverly Hills Cop 2. And I just, oh god.
It's like the guy who plays Red Foreman. He'll just be Red Foreman because I can't be bothered to learn his goddamn name.
It takes a minute for me to get that one. It's
Wasn't he the bad guy in RoboCop?
Yes, he was.
Foreman. Yeah, it's
so. Okay.
Red Foreman is. He's got a weird name. That's why it's so hard to.
And it's not like memorable weird like some other people like Sting. But Grace Jones
or Steve Buscemi.
I mean, that's not weird. No,
his eyes are weird.
Yeah, it's just his face. He was actually a good-looking guy. If they go back to pictures of him as a fireman,
yeah,
he doesn't look bad. But
just
over time, he got
did a fire fuck him up
he was Christopher Walken before Christopher Walken got to be Christopher Walken.
Red Foreman was. I can't think of it. But I did call it out last week.
Yes, you did. Because we have it's a reoccurring conversation.
Yeah.
Kurtwood Smith.
Yeah, Kurtwood Smith. Yeah. You have to look it up, or did you get it?
No, I had to look it up. But luckily, he is so associated with Red Foreman. You can just Google Red Foreman and it comes up.
Red Foreman, Kurtwood Smith.
Wow.
Like, I mean, it's different because, like, I never remember. Yeah, I'm good with names, but I still can't remember Andrew Dice Clay's real name, like Andrew Silverstein. Silverstein.
I have Cloris Leachman in my IMDb search history. Can you imagine why? Take a guess, take a stab at it.
Was it having something to do with Betty White?
No. But you're close. It is a dead celebrity.
Cloris Leachman? Joan Rivers?
She roasted Bob Saget.
Oh, yeah. She called him a lame fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was this adorable time in when female comedians would go so hard on each other, like a behind the scenes, like they would just annihilate each other. And it just so happened that Johnny Carson was on vacation and Joan Rivers had stepped in for him, and Betty White was on. And they just talked shit for like 6 solid minutes about how much each other was a whore. And
that's why I like Phil and Joan Rivers. They're fucking hilarious.
Yeah, and it was like Betty White was like, "You're so much of a whore. You were the second nude photo ever taken." she left that room so that Joan Rivers could snap right back, and she said, "Well, if I would have known it was a competition, I'd have stepped in front of you, be first." And it's like that's just it though. Like leaving that room so that there is a comment to come back on is like the sign that they were so respectful of each other.
Yep.
To let that happen. And I'm like, God damn, you don't see anything like that anymore. Now it's like, my pussy. That's the joke. Like,
there's a couple of female comedians that are okay. I still have a fondness for Rita Rudner, even though I don't know that she's still doing it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love Brett Butler.
Yeah, Brett Butler was really good.
Roseanne Barr.
I mean, she was good, but I never thought she was the GOAT like everybody says she is.
Oh, Brett Butler for a good 2-year period in like 92 to 94 was the GOAT for female comedians.
Absolutely.
Madeline. There's a chick. She's a kind of like I'm pretty sure it's a dyed red hair.
Kathy Griffin.
I said dyed, not earned. Maddie Magdalene Madison. She had a sharp voice.
Fran Drescher.
It always sounded like not that sharp.
Kind of Tina Fey-ish.
Rosie
No.
Perez.
Fucking. Where's my Google box? Oh, I don't even know how to Google her.
We're useless.
But she was. She had a unique list, like Fran Drescher, unique, or Andrew Dice Clay, unique, or
Sam Kinison.
Sam Kinison, absolutely unique. Mitch Hedberg, yeah. They were all
Stephen
unique.
Wright.
If you ever got to the fucking punchline, yeah.
They were
Better
all.
writer.
That's the joke. Is they're
Better
all
writer.
punchlines.
No, that was Mitch. Was like Donner Search Party of 4.
Rice is really good if you're hungry and you want 4,000 or something.
I would like a chicken sandwich. This is a breakfast menu. I'd like an egg sandwich, aged 2 years, then defed, and then grilled, and put on a plate.
Escalators are never really out of function. She put signs on them that says, "Sorry for the convenience."
Stairs. Yeah, Mitch was. God, yeah. Like, and then there was just specialty within their race, like Greg Giraldo, who wasn't unique, but he was hilarious, and he had his thing. Or currently I think number one right now is they're giving it to Dave Chappelle, but it's not. It's Gabriel Iglesias.
Oh yeah, that
Fluffy
motherfucker is so goddamn funny.
That guy is selling out states.
Yeah.
They're not even stadiums anymore.
We originally, last time we went to Vegas, we had bought tickets to Gabriel Iglesias because we were going to go see him in Vegas. And then the COVID thing happened and he canceled on us. But that's why we went to Vegas, was to see Fluffy.
Mm-hmm. But everyone's like, oh, Dave Chappelle, the GOAT. Oh, Norm Macdonald, the GOAT. I love me some Norm Macdonald. He was a comedian's comedian, much like Bob Saget was a comedian's comedian. He would get up and go so blue that the only people laughing were the comedians.
The Aristocrats.
Oh my God. Have you watched that?
No, I haven't. I need to.
It's a hard watch. But there's something. I almost had her name. It flashed for a second, then it went away. But comedians that start with the letter M? Fuck, that'll take forever. If I'm even sure it starts with an M. Maybe it's their last name. I don't even know. But they're like just something unique about them, and it's their shtick. Like for a decade, it was the Blue Collar Comedy Tour, and those guys are hilarious. Like,
Yeah.
you're in a group so good, the least funny guy in the fucking bunch is Ron White.
No, Larry the Cable Guy wasn't as funny.
No,
No,
Larry the
no.
Cable Guy was funnier to more people than Ron White ever was.
Yeah, I mean, we're
Yeah.
talking straight sales here. It's at the start, it was Jeff Foxworthy, Bill Engvall, Ron
Yeah.
White, Larry the Cable Guy. And then by the
I
end of the
agree with
tour, it was Jeff Foxworthy, Larry the Cable Guy, Bill Engvall, Ron White.
Yep. And
Which
I
is
think Bill
disappointing because I
Engvall
love
is actually
Bill
the funniest
Engvall,
one of the
yeah.
bunch.
I think
do
he's
so too.
outwardly he's the most intelligently spoken of the group, but I think it's Larry. He is like,
Larry,
when
Larry
you do
was
that,
a lot of lowbrow humor shit.
yeah, but it was fast lowbrow humor.
Yeah,
Like when they did the skits at the very end.
for
And
a
he
was
redneck,
on
the
top
one-
of
he
it.
is quick.
Yeah,
And to top it all off, he played a guitar, which is a little gimmicky, but it worked for him.
who?
Larry plays a guitar on some of his sets.
I've never seen that.
What? Oh, you gotta look that up. But yeah,
I've never
to me,
seen
Bill Engvall is my favorite of the four. But
My
what-
favorite music comedian nowadays is Stephen Wright, but it used to be back back in the day. It was Victor Borga, and he was literally a classically trained pianist, like toured for
But-
30 years.
You think
and
he
started stand-up
was
comedy.
he was better than Tim Conway?
What did Tim
No,
Conway play?
I wouldn't go that far.
I just remember Dorf.
Tim Conway, supporting actor as a comedian, but he is the only one that could make everybody on the Carol Burnett show break character and laugh. And it would happen for like
wait.
10 minutes.
What are we talking about here? Because I was talking about musician
Playing-
comedian.
Oh,
Yeah.
musician comedians. Okay. Weird Al.
No,
That's satire. But
I don't
that's-
even find
yeah.
Weird Al funny.
Um,
I think
but
the
wait,
funniest thing
what?
about Weird Al is the fact that he was he did, I think it was Naked Gun 2, and he pulled a gun in police squad, and Drebin opens the door and just knocks the gun out, and that it had to be filmed like 34 times.
But wait, I need to make a
That
quick
wasn't
point.
Spy Hard?
No, I think it was Naked Gun 2.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm gonna YouTube Weird Al pulls a gun. Go ahead, Garrett.
Okay, so what does Gabriel Iglesias, the Blue Collar Comedy Tour, have in common? Also, Bert Kreischer does this as well, which is why I like him as a comedian. What do they have in common?
The bus driver?
What?
The bus driver.
No, Bert Kreischer.
The machine.
I Am the Machine. The Machine,
Yeah.
yeah. They all tell stories about dumb shit that happened to them. That's why they are so goddamn funny. I mean, you don't have a lot of comedians telling stories about shit that happened to them. You just have them making observations and other kinds of humor. I mean, to me, telling a story about something stupid that happened to you and how you played it out is some of the best comedy out there.
I agree with that, but there are multitudes of comedians who do that because that was the norm for comedy in comedy's heyday in the 90s.
I don't see that very
That's
often.
what-
if I look back at
that's
like
what
Eddie Murphy
Seinfeld
or
does.
Robin Williams,
Seinfeld was that. As a stand-up, Seinfeld would tell stupid stories about what Seinfeld did and observations about what he was doing at the time. Same with Bill Cosby.
What's with all the peanuts? Or what's with
Airline
peanuts
food?
these days?
What's up with that?
My bullets worked. I could forget about Jane and maybe in the process catch a bit.
Yeah, it's two.
Okay.
Good Lord.
He it just that it had to happen 34 times, and he was like, his leg was raw by the end of it. God, I saw Leslie Nielsen in Creep Show the other day, and I was like, you are the fucking man. Like, Leslie Nielsen and Ted Danson in a horror anthology series together, and neither one of them were the slightest bit funny. And Leslie Nielsen you don't think about it, but my God, he was such a good actor. Because he played a vengeful husband well. Like, I don't care, Robin Williams in 1 Hour Photo. Leslie Nielsen got creepier done faster. So if you guys have the opportunity, watch Creep Show, and you'll understand what I'm fucking talking about. But yeah, Tim Conway is probably the comedian's comedian for being able to get anyone intentionally being serious to crack the fuck up. And it's not and it's not even like the other comedians, like Telly Savalas, Clint Eastwood, like even people who like have no sense of humor. And it shows even more so when you get somebody who does have a good sense of humor, but has been doing the job professionally for years. What's that guy's name? With on the Carol Burnett show, the other guy,
Harvey Korman.
Harvey Korman. Yeah. I don't know why I was brain farting on him, but Harvey Korman was a solid not laugher, and he would be in tears. He would ruin entire skits. And Harvey Korman was professional.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
yeah, he was so professional, he was uptight, and Carol had to bust his balls to tell him to stop being so uptight.
But he fell down crying in a laundromat scene and ruined the entire skit. Well, I mean, the skit was ruined because Tim Conway ended up coming up hung by the laundry machine. That fucking worked, which is another thing that's crazy. And that was such gold.
The dentist sketch.
Oh my God.
The funniest of them all is the Mama's Family scene where he's describing the elephants.
The elephant, yeah, or the SS conversation with Hitler. The puppet.
I don't remember that one. I'll have to look that one up.
Oh yeah, that's the interrogation. That was fucking great.
Mm-hmm. And there would just be times when because they rehearse these things beforehand, and then you come out and you're live, you're in front of a studio audience, because they actually had studio audiences back then, and no laugh tracks, which I kind of. If you have Tim Conway, you need a laugh track. You cannot wait 4 fucking minutes for the audience to shut up because they can't control themselves.
Fair.
Yeah. I'm not talking like a Friends soundtrack, or what absolutely ruined soundtracks for me was Big Bang Theory. But,
yeah, I was going to say that.
Which
proves how unfunny it really is.
Mm-hmm. But Friends was shot in front of a studio audience. Cheers was shot in front of a studio audience. Yeah, if you watch the bloopers of Friends,
I gotta take a call. I'll be back.
Okay. Wish more people called him.
That road noise gets old quick.
Yeah, I'm like, you eating chips? Oh no, you're still driving. Yeah, I was watching a blooper the other day of Joey was they convinced Monica that Joey was pretending to be sick, and he was in his bathrobe, and they're like, "Show us what you have under his bathrobe." He's like, "Okay," and he opens it up, and he's supposed to be naked, but he's wearing big boxer shorts, like really quality, like quilty boxer shorts that are definitely like not supposed to be underpants or anything like that.
Right.
And it had a picture of David Schwimmer on them. And Aisha Tyler was in it, so it's in one of the later seasons. But and then he turned and he showed it to the audience, and they laughed.
Hello.
Hello.
What I miss?
Nothing. I'm still trying to think of that bitch's name.
The comedian?
Yeah. The redheaded female comedian.
Female?
What era?
Comedian?
Was she like the 90s?
No.
Reba McEntire.
No.
Female comedian dating magician? Really? Is that what you want to go with? Maggie Cassell? Definitely not Maggie Cassell. Margaret Cho? Definitely not Margaret Cho.
Wait. What's the who's the midget Brad? Oh god damn it.
Brad Williams?
Brad Williams. His fucking story about him and Bob Saget was fucking hilarious. Wait, was it Bob
technically
Saget?
it's his story and John Stamos' story.
John Stamos is the one that's afraid of him. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit was great.
It's not the you want an abortion, get one. You're not thinking of that one, are you?
She's not a comedian. She's a fucking
Wolf? Michelle
hyena.
Wolf?
Yeah. No, she's a fucking hyena.
Sandra Bernhard.
Oh god, no.
Okay.
I'm just going with top grossing female comedians.
You're going to get Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah, probably will.
I wonder how
and
far
she
up
was
Lisa-
funny.
She was a very competent stand-up. Absolutely.
I wonder how far up Lisa Lampanelli is.
Oh my god, all this hurts my heart.
What is it?
2015, 7 female comedians who prove Forbes' highest paid list is flawed. 1, Amy Schumer. 2, Samantha Bee. 3, Lena Dunham. 4, Amy Poehler, who's the only one I even find remotely funny. 5, Chrissy Teigen. 6, Ellie Kemper. 7, Mandy Keeling.
I didn't know any of those were comedians, aside from Amy Poehler and maybe Mindy Kaling.
Well, this is all not female. Damn it. Oh, I would have guessed that fucking Drew Carey is worth more than Jim Carrey.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Number 12 is Joan Rivers, just after them. Dan Aykroyd, 135 million. Bill Murray, 120 million. Ray Romano, 120 million. Bob Saget, 100 million. Jeff Foxworthy, 100 million. Mel Brooks, only at 85 million. Roseanne Barr at 80 million.
Oof.
Kevin James, 80 million. Ricky Gervais, 80 million. Michael McIntyre, that's the first person I don't know who that is. Oh, he's English. Billy Crystal, 45 million. Stephen Colbert, Dave Chappelle, 42 million. David Spade. Bill Engvall, 40 million.
Madeline Kahn.
Maybe Madeline. Don Rickles, 30 million. Stephen Fry, 30 million.
Is he still kicking?
Dana Carvey, 28. Jimmy Fallon, 25. Carol Burnett, 25. Louis C.K., 25. Martin Short, 25. John Leguizamo.
They should adjust that for For inflation?
Pauly Shore,
remove
20
actors.
million.
Because
Yeah.
Carol Burnett's 25 million 30 years ago is worth way more money than Jimmy Fallon's 24 million now.
Same with John Ritter. Chrissy Alley, Eddie Izzard, Zach Galifianakis. What the fuck is this? Because this has got Gabriel Iglesias at 18 million.
Gabriel Iglesias has only been doing
That
it
dude
for
needs to learn how
about
to
8 or
dance.
9 years.
But it's got Rebel Williams at 16 million. Kristen Wiig, Tim Meadows, Lily Tomlin. Here we go. We're getting into them now.
Rebel Wilson gets Beach Boy money.
Cheech Marin with 12 million. Jimmy Carr with 12 million.
Oh, wait a minute. No,
Will
it's
Arnett.
not the Wilson I'm thinking of. It's the Wilson from that singing group that gets the Beach Boy money.
But that's not the same one?
No, Rebel Wilson is actually
I
Australian.
thought that was Rebel.
Yeah. It ends with John Lovitz at 12 million.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Okay, so it is the same chick.
Monique with 13 million. She didn't make the list. God damn it.
Did
Richard
David
Belzer?
Spade make the list?
Yeah. David Spade made like the top
Yeah,
50
he was
list.
at, what, 20?
Well,
Dana Carvey's at 28. Dick Van Dyke's at 30.
what's interesting is I don't think those are just earnings based on comedy. I think that's just overall net worth. And I think a lot of that has to do with how people invested their money.
Yeah, David Spade was 36
Right.
with 40 million. But here it is. Bill Engvall, 38, 40 million. Larry the Cable Guy, 32 with 50 million. Jeff Dunham beats them with number 30 with 60 million.
Yeah.
When the fuck was this? Because this isn't remotely recent. Larry David, 800 million. Matt Groening, 500 million. Bill Cosby, 400 million. Matt Stone and Trey Parker. Oh, Trey Parker's got 50 million more than Matt Stone.
Damn.
Kevin Hart, 200 million. Just under him is Seth MacFarlane. Rowan Atkins, 150 million.
Now,
And
keep
Jeff
in
Fox.
mind, Rowan Atkinson isn't as world famous. Well, he probably is as world famous now, but he doesn't have the same draw that the other comedians have.
Yeah. Highest paid black female comedians? No. Humor female comedians. I guess I'll try that.
We need to know what era you're talking about. You're talking about the 80s, the 90s, 2000s?
I said that already.
I don't
You didn't answer.
fucking know. Like early 2000s, maybe?
That would help narrow it down.
I'm telling you, it's real.
That's not Reed Regner.
It seems like redhead comedian would yield enough of a, result that, or a small enough pool of result that you could pick one out.
Yeah, I've been Googling it this entire time and nothing is coming up.
Damn it.
Carol Leifer.
No. Oh, Michelle Wolf is a redhead. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
It so annoys me that Deborah Messing is at the top of this list.
Ugh.
Number 5 is Felicity Day.
Ooh.
Fuck your
She's
slideshow,
awful.
bitch.
God, this is just terrible, this list. For some reason, Anna Klumsky is on this list. Kathleen Madigan.
Why is she not showing up on any of these lists?
That's who it is, Kathleen Madigan.
Kathleen Madigan, and she has a 32-year comedy career.
Oh, I see why. She's not supermodel attractive.
But she's unique with her delivery, and she's fucking hilarious.
Apparently she was touring with Lewis Black.
So it's intelligent humor as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't agree with Lewis Black. I don't agree with his politics or even his take for that much, but the man is fucking funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's his delivery that's funnier more so than his jokes.
Yeah, I don't care for his off-the-cuff rants, but I don't like most of their off-the-cuff rants.
Yeah.
Like the Jelly of the Month Club at the end of Christmas Vacation was not remotely funny for Chevy Chase in that rant. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna agree with Liberative on this one. It's Scientology. She was a diva. But it's also funny to go back with the knowledge I have now and watch stuff earlier, like Beverly Hills Cop, and see like this series of comedians that had bit parts in that movie that were friends of Eddie Murphy's, like Bronson Pinchot, who played Sarge. And there's just like this part written for him. Because that's what they do. They take a 70-minute movie and they hire a comedian, and the comedian brings in 3, 5, 7, 9 friends for just small intermittent scenes, and it gets rewritten, or they spitball and they rewrite them and they make them 90 minutes, or in Eddie Murphy's case, an hour and 40.
Eddie Murphy's best movie?
Ooh.
Eddie Murphy's best movie.
I haven't seen enough of them to really tell you.
As far as like budget and quality of cast, I would say Harlem Night or Coming to America.
Yeah.
The first one, yeah, that's a contender.
Yeah.
Not Vampire in Brooklyn.
I did like it.
I liked it too.
Yeah. A Distinguished Gentleman's also on the list.
Trading Places.
That was really good. I enjoyed it.
Actually, that is hell of a cast. But just Harlem Nights had the cream of the crop for black comedy.
It had the cream of the crop for comedy.
I mean,
yes, it was all racially based because it's a story about black folk in the era, but
no, you're right.
It's just
they were
all
the
just
top
great comics.
Yeah.
And then Delarice, who steals the goddamn show.
Shama Pinkatoe quit. Who'd have thought she'd be the funniest fucker out of the bunch? Shama goddamn Pinkatoe. Even for Martin, like both of Martin Lawrence's cohorts in the TV show Martin were in that movie, because it just had like if Wesley Snipes had been known, he would have been in that movie. It's the I'm gonna get you sucker of comedy, as opposed to the I'm gonna get you sucker of black action actors.
Well, I'm gonna get you sucker. You have to be related to Mrs. Wayans.
No, it had Robert Roundtree. It had fucking Chef, who I'm blanking on.
Isaac Hayes.
Isaac Hayes, thank you very much. It had
I'm terrible with names, yet I'm pulling these out of my ass because who knows why.
yeah, Jim Brown. Like the only person that wasn't in was Ken Fiore. But yeah, Richard Roundtree played Shaft. It had all. You done?
Yeah,
Because
I
that
only
was
sneezed once.
because that was my ear in these headphones.
I blew it away from the microphone too.
Oof.
Towards what?
That was
Your
bad.
second microphone? Yeah, that was a. Now, as far as Dan Aykroyd goes, everyone's going to be like, I have a soft spot for Dr. Detroit.
I love Dr. Detroit.
and I have this I dislike Chevy Chase because of how much I love the idea of letting Dan Aykroyd run around with an unlimited budget and making things like Nothing But Trouble. Like fucking Demi Moore was funnier than Chevy Chase in that movie. And she's not a comedian. Chevy, you pissed me off, man. You could have done something and you didn't because you're a fucking dick.
I think the only Chevy Chase movies I like,
Fletch.
Fletch. No, only the first one. I didn't like Fletch Lives.
You didn't like National Lampoon?
I do like Christmas Vacation, but I think that's not because of Chevy. I think that's because it's a John Hughes movie.
Oh yeah, love me some John Hughes. Actually, I liked European Vacation more just because I got to see Beverly D'Angelo naked.
Beverly D'Angelo.
All right, I gotta go. I'll see y'all on the other side.
Hey, before you go,
Uh-huh.
make sure you watch Ghostbusters Afterlife this week. I want to talk about it next week.
Well, I'm gonna come back as soon as I drop all this shit off. But yeah.
But okay, if you come back. If you don't, cool.
Okay. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
I also love Three Amigos.
I don't. I appreciate it, but I don't like it.
I don't even like Martin Short. And I'm not a big fan of Steve Martin. And again, not hugely on Chevy Chase either. But those three together.
I liked Inner Space for Martin Short. But then again, he wasn't hamming it up. I think that's the problem with Martin Short, is that he takes the hamming too far, which worked for like SCTV, but doesn't. Dennis Quaid? Huh? Yeah, it's Dennis Quaid.
Wasn't he like the driver?
Yeah, he was the pilot.
Yeah. I did. Yeah, like there was another movie.
Like you need to put reins on Martin Short to make him good.
You need to put reins on all of them. Did I tell you about the budget for Nothing But Trouble? Or the prospective plot of the original Ghostbusters? Or Ghostbusters 2?
Yeah, but Ghostbusters 2 should have been better than it was.
Yeah. But that's what happens when you put too many cast members in and you got to keep them all in there.
Nothing But Trouble had Digital Underground in it.
PCU had fucking George Clinton. I got you beat there.
Yeah, P-Funk. And it had Jon Favreau.
That was pre-Jon Favreau.
And yet it was Jon Favreau.
Jeremy Piven.
Well, Jeremy Piven as well, yes.
Pre-David Spade.
No, it was David Spade.
What year we got?
It was at the height of him being on SNL.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
God, he looks so much younger.
Yeah.
I guess working with Chris Farley does that to you.
Yeah. Well, and I will say that it was just as his and Farley's thing got started. Like, it was right after PCU that they started teaming up for, like, Tommy Boy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they were both on SNL at the same time, and they were both very famous for that. Because I think that was right after the van down by the river skit.
Yeah, David Spade had he's on TikTok, and he paid because they apparently for some reason in Hollywood still have not Blockbusters but movie rental places, and he went into one and found a Joe Dirt what are they decorate poster really?
Yeah.
And had them put it up, and he flirted with girls outside of the rental store next to his poster, and used it as a TikTok, and
Okay.
everyone and all the girls were like, "Oh, my dad likes that movie. Oh, my grandpa likes that movie." And it's like, oh God, sorry for your luck, sir.
Yeah, I think he's younger than me, if I'm not mistaken. No, he's got to be at least a little bit older.
No, he's got to be 50.
Yeah, he's 10 years older than me.
So 55.
57.
I didn't think it was that old.
And he's pushing 60. Which means Dana Carvey's got to be older than dirt.
Dana Carvey is older than shit. His last comedy special, I did not remotely find it funny. I thought like did you practice any of these
No, he's only
impressions
66.
before you did them? Yeah.
He's not.
You're now to the
age
point where 60 you past retirement is not old to you.
I mean, it's old, but I thought he was like in his 70s. Like that's a good 5 years younger than I thought he was, if not 10.
No, but everybody's getting up there in age, man. There was a time,
Except for Betty White.
yeah, not anymore. Bob Saget.
Now I have a set.
Oh, and Louis Anderson. Oh, and Hank Aaron. Yeah, that's not so bad.
Hank Aaron?
Well, he's not. I wasn't a big sports ball fan. I played baseball.
The only I mean, besides it being Hank Aaron, who is notable for sports ball, the fact that he died because of the COVID shot is notable that nobody seems to mention.
That's why no one's talking about it. I found out the next day, and I'm like, damn! I thought I would have heard of him passing. Jesus.
Nope, can't let that get out because he got the COVID shot the day before.
Yeah, I don't like Will Ferrell comedy.
I don't I don't know. It's hit or miss with him. He can be funny.
Oh yeah, he can, as long as he's not Will Ferrell. Like, not Jay and Silent Bob, but also like the Pineapple Express. I don't care for that kind of humor.
I don't either.
But beating up Rosie Perez is fucking hilarious.
What video was he a vampire?
I would do anything for love.
Maybe. Well, in Rocky Horror Picture Show, he played just some random biker dude, like an undead biker dude.
Yeah, but he's saying what Meatloaf video, not like what movie.
Right.
Was Meatloaf vampire? Yeah, it was. I would do anything for love.
But I won't do that.
Followed up by I'd lie for you, and that's the truth, or something like that. That was terrible. I liked the song; it was catchy as hell, but it's like, no.
I like Meatloaf. I just never cared for his music.
Oh yeah, I loved his music.
I didn't.
But my favorite album, oh my god, my favorite album is from Smash Mouth. So I don't get a lot of opinions.
I like Smash Mouth. I think they.
Like,
The problem is they burn too bright. I think with Smash Mouth is their problem.
oh, the entire uh Angelina Jolie was in it. No, this was okay, what the fuck are you talking about, Steven?
All right, now I got to Google that.
Yeah.
Rock and roll dreams come true. Come through. Angelina Jolie Meatloaf music video. Yeah. Rock and roll dreams come through.
When was this?
Oh, hang on.
She was 18. Good lord.
Well, it's like Bruce Springsteen pulling Courtney Cox up on stage when she was like 20. $1994 from Bat Out of Hell 2.
What? Angelina Jolie was 18 in 1994?
Probably.
So she's 4 years older than me?
Hang on.
Because she looked 50 in Eternals.
She's 46. She was born the year after me. So yeah, she would have been 18. Turning 19 that year.
Yeah, so she's 5 years older than me.
She had 3 husbands.
Does Johnny Lee Miller really count?
Apparently, they were married for 3 years. How bad that's got to be that your woman leaves you for fucking Billy Bob Thornton.
He's a hell of an actor. My favorite is when Kurt Russell made him cry like a bitch in Tombstone.
Johnny Lee Miller's got a weird head.
Yeah, but I really like him in well, basically everything. But I didn't think he was a great Sherlock. But Hackers with his American accent. Train Spotting, both of them.
I just can't get over his fucking cone head.
Depending on the movie, he's a fairly decent looking guy.
Yeah, you can. Well, I mean, much like Angelina Jolie, you can gussy them up and make them look good.
You can shit on a plate and still make Angelina Jolie look good.
See, I disagree. I think she kind of looks like a bag of antlers.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know we were talking about a puffy jacket. But same thing with Courtney Cox, same thing with Jennifer Aniston, same thing with...
No, I think Jennifer Aniston's got a much better natural figure. I mean, now when she's, in her 60s, basically, she's working real hard and has gotten more bag-of-bonish. But you go back to Friends, she was a much more naturally voluptuous sort of gal.
Madonna
Well,
Mandy Moore.
age comes for us all, I guess.
Yeah. Now Madonna was always a bag of bones, even with her pineapple shaped titty or pyramid titties, cone titties. That's what I was thinking of.
Back in the Vogue days.
I will always love me some thick Britney Spears. Hell, even my crush list. So it's like thick um, Gina Carano.
Oh God, I think she looked the best when she was on American Gladiators.
Yeah, when she was 35 pounds overweight.
Mm-hmm.
Well, over her weight, her fighting weight, because she actually failed to make a match. But she was also bulking up for American Gladiators. But then again, Quentin Jackson failed to make weight after A-Team. But he also lost the match. She was so scary as Maleficent, Angelina Jolie, that they couldn't get the children actors to go anywhere near her. So they ended up having to use her own daughter. And it's like, oh no, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's daughter had to be in a movie. The poor fugly child. Fucking angel. Just this cherubic little bastard running around the set. Like, I'm like, you.
They didn't have kids. They adopted, right?
No, this is their kid. Didn't they have Didn't they have a two? Hold on. Brad Pitt children.
Bad. Well, excuse me.
Oh, nope, they're all saying
Shiloh is apparently their natural child. And the twins, Knox and Vivian, are also their natural children. So they've got 3 natural kids.
I remember 2 pregnancies, that's all I'm saying. All right,
Right. Well, one of them was twins, so.
all right, so let's look up Maleficent.
Yeah, I guess you can see it in these kids too. Shiloh is unfortunately a perfect mix of her mother and father, which is not kind.
Vivian and Jolie Pitt.
Vivian.
Vivian? Was that Vivian?
Vivian or something like that. Hang on, let me go back to it. What is it? Yeah, Vivian. It's a weird spelling, but it's Vivian.
She was much more cherubic in the movie.
And I mean, good on them for adopting. I'm a big supporter of that. I'm not going to give them any shit for that because that takes a special place in your heart.
And the twins have Down syndrome.
Do they?
Yeah, I'm reading it right now.
They don't look it. They do not look Downsy at all.
No, they don't. But that is a. Which one's the wrong sex?
Oh, who knows? I'm not going to go there with any of them. The problem is that you can't take that for worth anything because they live in Hollywood and have weird unnormal lifestyles to begin with, so you gotta take all that with a grain of goddamn salt.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's Vivian. Vivian Julie Pitt started dressing like a boy. Yeah. Because some children like fucking pockets.
Fair enough. Yeah, and when you go to all these red carpet galas, you're expected to wear a dress if you're a girl, blah, 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 whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, I just want to be comfortable.
Yeah. So she's a tomboy, so what?
Whoa, Brad's got a bunch of kids. He's got Riley Neal, Landon Pitt, Reagan Pitt, Sydney Pitt,
Brad Pitt.
Cruz Neal, Caden Neal, and Josie Neal. And that does not include the adopted ones or the other ones. So what does he have? He's got like,
let's see, Shiloh, Vivian, Maddox, Knox, Zahara, and Pax.
1, 2, 3.
But those are all Jolie Pitts. He's got more kids than that?
Yeah, because he's got the Neals. It says Brad Pitt has 6 kids. That's weird.
Yeah, but 3 of them are adopted. Maddox, Zahara, and Pax were all adopted.
It's not listing the children. I don't care about early life, personal life. There we go. Robin Givens, Jill Schloll, Juliette Lewis, Gwyneth Paltrow, Malibu, Angelina Jolie, Brangelina.
Oh, so you already told him the secret.
I texted it. Nambi and Getty, Madame Tussauds. Where's the Neals? Who was Brad Pitt with that named it Neal?
Probably not
3 of
his
his
kids,
kids
because it's only showing he was only married to Jennifer Aniston and then Angelina Jolie. Not that you have to be married to have kids, but I don't think he's fathered anybody else.
That you know of.
Again, he's Brad Pitt, so it's entirely possible.
Well, it says romantically involved, and it gives a list of like Robin Givens, Jill Sholin, Juliette Lewis. I can't believe he dated Juliette Lewis. Gwyneth Paltrow, Jennifer Aniston, and yeah, so no one named fucking Neil. What the hell is that about? Ho Chi Minh City, where they adopted Pax. Nice, France, where they adopted. They had their daughters.
Nice,
she gave birth
France.
to. I know.
French people have Down syndrome when it comes to spelling.
In 2016, the FBI and Los Angeles Department of Children and Family Services investigated Pitt for child abuse following an incident on a plane where Pitt was accused by an anonymous person of being verbally abusive and physical towards one of his children. Pitt said that he put his hands on Maddox but did not hit him in the face. In his final report on the investigation of Los Angeles, that's some bullshit. I constantly want people to beat their children.
Why was Pitt flying commercial?
Yeah, that's the real question.
Bingo. The only time he should be on a commercial flight is when he was filming Fight Club. Only because the script calls for it.
And even those are staged planes, so not really.
Yeah, Edward Norton was the one flying real coach. You couldn't get me to research like that. Like, nope. I don't have flying coach. Shit, it's 11:30. We can get the hell out of here. No,
Right.
Garrett's
Oh
back.
shit! I thought y'all were out of.
Huh?
I thought you were out already.
No. Oh, were you gonna be better behaved? Because you're just.
No, I was about to spill the beans on Godzilla versus King Kong.
Yep.
No, we can wrap it though. I mean, it is 9:30.
Yeah, I gotta flip my chicken.
Is that code for spank one out?
No, my chicken's
No, it's
defrosting.
not an emergency bunk session.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.